What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Margaret, and today we're gonna be making the Monster protein cookies. Now, I saw this recipe on Instagram. It looks almost too good to be true. It looks really good, minimal ingredients, and we're gonna find out if they're actually worth the hype. Now, these are Valentine's Day inspired, but the only thing that makes them Valentine's Day is the pink M&Ms. So if you're in a different season than February, then just omit those because they still have chocolate chips in the recipe. So that's really not necessary if you don't want to make them Valentine's Day. But if you do, we're gonna do it in this recipe. So we're gonna go ahead and get all the ingredients together and I'll show you. Okay, so one thing I like about this recipe is that you only need ingredients that you probably already have at home. Like, I actually did not have to buy anything extra except for those colorful M&Ms. Okay, so for your viewing pleasure, I lined everything out for you, and also just to make it easier on me to not have to go back and forth looking at the recipe. So we got oats, milk, maple syrup, protein powder, peanut butter, vanilla extract, baking powder, and then we also have our chocolate chips. And this is optional if you're doing it around Valentine's Day. These are just some Valentine's M&Ms, but you could also do the Unreal ones for a little bit of a healthier choice. We'll get our bowl going and let's do this. Our maple syrup. I have a recipe that has oats in it and you just don't like the texture of it, you can just put it in the blender and it's more of a flour. I'm gonna do that. I am back, and as you can see, it's more like this consistency. So it's more like a flour, which I personally prefer. But if you're like a cinnamon raisin, chunky type cookie person, then you might not care to do that. I'm gonna go ahead and add that oat flour of the blended oatmeal. I'm gonna add our protein powder, our milk, baking powder. It says vanilla, it doesn't even say vanilla extract. Some are getting stuck. And then again, this is optional if you want to do a Valentine's Day cookie. You can add these in, or you can, whatever season, you can make it work. Almost got a hazel. Cora almost got that. Nope, you can't have it. All right, now we're gonna mix this all together. Our fate will be here. What happens? It's actually way more wet than I anticipated. I thought it wasn't gonna be wet at all. So that's a good sign. Okay, so I will say I am pleasantly surprised by the batter. It is still nice and wet and moist. I was afraid they were gonna be dry. I did see some people say in their comments that their mix was dry, but then there were a lot of people in the comments that said it was amazing. So mixed reviews, but I really think it really depends on the ingredients you're using, but also even the protein powder you're using. I'm sure some are not as good as others, but I am just using a really basic one, Isopure. This was actually my husband's. I just used it because it was already open. So first things first, make sure your oven is preheated to 350, and we're gonna put them in for about 11 minutes. And now I'm gonna go ahead and grab some parchment paper. Go ahead, balls. Now we're gonna go ahead and flatten it a little bit. Make it easier for it to cook. All right, next is to put it in the oven. I think we're ready to open them up. These are the cookies right out of the oven. They're looking good. I'm gonna let them cool for a couple of minutes and we'll see. And no, I added a couple of M&Ms just right on top, just for like little decor. Okay, so this is the cookie looks in the back. It's pretty good. So I broke the first one open and then it wasn't on video. You can see what I'm dealing with. They're waiting for me to make a mess up, which is not cool because you're not supposed to have chocolate. All right, guys, big moment of truth though. Let's give this a try. I have to finish my review over here. Now, it is good. Whoa, hold on. Okay, so this is good. I think you could probably add a little bit of sugar, because why not? But all in all, for a protein cookie, these are good. I'd add probably a little bit of sugar just to sweeten it up, or anything a little bit more of the sweetener. Otherwise, I'm really happy with these. So, guys, give this a go. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, everyone. Oh, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, please.